So how do you like being a girl dad? Is it fun?
Yeah, it's been good.
So have you guys discussed any parenting styles? Are you like maybe gonna be an overprotective parent, or how has it been?
No, it's our first girl, so we'll see.
Oh, so you're gonna be overprotective.
ClowdyWorld. And if anyone's been noticing recently, bro, we're talking about that girl Draya, and even speaking on her issues with the NFL player and the NBA player Jalen Green, and how she's basically been playing all these dudes and kind of setting herself up for a sweet situation. Now, if y'all don't know, Draya is suing QB vet Tyrod Taylor for verbally promising to give her a house and then changing his mind. Now, before we get into everything going down, we're gonna give a lot of context. Draya is 39 years old. She has a child with 24-year-old Jalen Green, and that's pretty gross, bro. Like, I just want to say right there off rip, like, that's pretty gross, man. Like, you have an entire child with a 20-something-year-old NBA player, as you literally were with at the time, an NFL player, bro. Now, we're going to talk about why the situation is a little bit nuanced and why it's a little bit gray and not just, you know, a clear situation. So, Draya Michelle, a model and media personality from her role on Basketball Wives LA, was dating NFL quarterback Tyrod Taylor. Now, their relationship in May 2020 lasted until July 2023, and during their time together, Draya and Tyrod shared several moments publicly, including social media posts celebrating milestones in their relationship. Now, things were looking really good. It honestly looked like Draya was turning a new leaf. She wasn't gonna be no Tatiana no more. She was locked in with a man, focused on a new life, and bro was treating her right. Now, of 2023, they had to part their ways, and Draya Michelle has since been with NBA player, otherwise known as a literal jit, Jalen Green, who she just had a baby with. Meanwhile, this woman has youngins older than this man. But again, let me not hate on a young woman doing her thing. We're gonna give some context to it. Now, the 39-year-old model said in the suit that Tyrod purchased a Los Angeles home back in August 2022 in her name. Psych! It was in his name. You thought it was in his name. And let Draya and her kids move in. She claimed that at the time, she entered into a verbal pact with the 34-year-old signal caller that would allow her to one day buy it from the football player. Now, I'm not gonna say if that's true or not true. Where's the proof for that? Verbal agreements can be upheld in law, especially civil lawsuits. However, there has to be some proof or a witness to that verbal agreement. If there is not a camera recording, an audio recording, or someone who was there right next to you that was with Draya right in her pocket saying, I saw that happen, and will put their freedom on the line for it, her case ain't looking that smooth. Now, at the time, we didn't know what was going on. Everyone was trying to figure out what was the truth, what wasn't the truth, and it looked like no one really had any proof. Now, what is a verbal contract? Because a lot of people don't really understand what a verbal contract is and what all that means. So to really go into depth about that, a verbal contract is known as an oral contract, and is agreement between two parties that is made through spoken communication rather than written documentation. It's been a thing since way before time has ever been recorded, man. And these contracts are legally binding in many situations, provided they meet certain criteria and are enforceable under the law. Now, the key elements of a verbal contract are as follows. 1. Offer and acceptance. One party must make an offer and the other party must accept it. This is unproven in this situation because there is no recorded proof that states anywhere, neither is there someone that was with Draya that stated that he made this claim. Not her child, not her auntie, uncle, no one near her, and there is not an audio recording of this either, meaning that number one is based off of her word and his word, which is a negative he said she said situation, which for her case is not the best option. The second thing is mutual consent. Both parties must agree to the terms of the contract. That seems more so provable because she and him have been living together for years. She has that part under contract. 3. Consideration. There must be parties of something of value exchanged between the parties, meaning that we're not, this is your crib, so you're gonna give me the doonies, meaning something like you're living here as my partner, you know, whether that means cooking, cleaning, providing, or just being a positive mental piece. It don't matter what it is. It could just be you being there of some way of a proven metricable improvement, or just a lack of negative impact to their life. There's a lot that can go into consideration, that it's very open, so that also is something that meets the understanding of the issue. Number 4, capacity. Both parties must have the legal capacity to enter the contract. That is also true, meaning they are both in a healthy mind, body, and soul. And number 5, legality. The contract's purpose must be legal. That is very true, meaning that there can't be something out of pocket. There has to be things such as witness testimony, action of the parties that indicate the existence of the contract, or a correspondence or communication relating to the agreement. Now that third one is where I believe on a personal that Draya may win this issue, because especially with civil cases and civil lawsuits, just saying a text, just saying in a room full of 4 or 5 people something is enough to make a case be swayed your way. Now that, especially in a civil court issue situation, is where I believe that our boy Tyrod may have just made an issue, man. And I personally don't want to see bro go out sad, especially in this situation. Not only is she winning, she's thriving. She's married an NBA player, younger NBA player, richer NBA player, better sport that actually gives this man longevity as a sports player. And bro got a next to no baggage, so she can start a life with him with no questions. Bro caught a big old L, you know what I'm saying? But he can take the biggest W and separate himself from this woman permanently. Now Jalen Green is a goofy. He is a certified munch. He's locked in with her. He's already trapped. Good for him, bro. Let him live in his delusion. Let that boy enjoy his time. But a grown man understands what's going on in this situation right now. Beyond their positive and beautiful relationship, you are in my home letting your boyfriend play 2K on the couch. What's up with you? Like, let's really break that down, bro. Why are you in another man's home, bro? Your boyfriend is rich. Your baby dad is extremely rich. Like, so rich that he could literally buy any apartment that you want. Relatively in general, like just in general of what the state that she lives in, he could buy any apartment there. Any. Or what, 99.5% of the properties? Like, come on now, y'all boys. Let's not be dense right now. She's playing into a game out of pettiness as well. Let's not pretend as if this man is not looking pretty in the right now. Not in terms of the situation at hand, but you're separated from her. You just want to move on with your life. And this woman is having her partner with their soon-to-be child in your crib that you own, male or woman. Who was not gonna let that fly, bro? Who gonna let that fly, bro? Let's keep it a buck. Who was gonna let that fly, bro? That's crazy. That is a strong thing. Now she stated that she has put in $300,000 into the apartment property. If you show the details of that information and the breakdowns of that, as well as showing anywhere where he had said that you could live there, that's all you need to win. So if you had all of that, you wouldn't even be taking it online, because it's an open and shut case. That's not to cast doubt on who she is as a person. What I'm saying is, if either of them was just black and white, good and evil, this wouldn't be a situation. I think bro is petty for trying to get her out of there. If he was a real one, he would at least throw her a little 1 or 2 just to make sure that she has no issue with leaving him alone, and just be good with your peace, man. But he's trying to do her like she a broke woman, and that's not right to do regardless. But now, because you're trying her on an ego level, you're giving a woman the right to hit you with that ego level as well. As a man, you will never win that type of battle, bro. It's just not how it works. You cannot win an ego battle with someone who has different values, especially when it's male and woman dynamics, where their values will not coincide with yours in the same way. For example, you trying to be pettier than her will never work, because not only is a system in place to protect women that are affected in certain ways, the same way that protects people of mental illness, etc., that type of pettiness won't work in a legal law system either. You're a black man, bro. What are you doing? You better stop before you get done in like that, boy. what Iman Shumpert, 7 figures plus the 8K a month? Nasty work, bro. I'm not saying that to be funny or to be personal, but Understand who you are outside of yourself as well, bro. Pay this woman her bread and be a rich black man out the way. Like, come on, dog. Do it for yourself if you don't care about her. Cloudy World, and let me know what y'all think about the situation with Draya, with Jalen Green, with Tyrod. Just let me know, man. Cloudy World, and we gone.